Hi everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Happy Taco Tuesday Topics, and we're here with Jadi, my co-host. She is no stranger here on Open Book Identity, and we're so excited because we're gonna continue talking about moms who think that they can do it all. And without further ado, we just want Jadi to say hi to everybody.
Hi, God bless you all. It's an honor, it's a blessing to be here once again with Victoria and all of you guys that are watching. So happy to be here.
Yes, and let's just get right to it. So I have a few questions for you as a mom. Have you ever felt like you had to do everything by yourself?
Oh my gosh, yes. That's a big yes, capital letters. Yes, definitely. I'm a single mom, so being a single mom is not been easy at all. But God.
That's right. That's right.
But God, I cannot stress this enough.
Yeah.
God has been there always and has made things much better than if I would, think I could do this all on my own. It's like, no, I can't. So
I mean, and like we were talking about last week with Erica, we put so much pressure on ourselves to do it all, right? Because I think society kind of puts that pressure on us. So if we lack something, we feel less than, or we feel like, oh man, we failed. But in reality, we already doing enough, right? Most of us work, we have our kids. I'm not the type of mom or woman to say I'm the best multitasker in the world, because I'm really not.
Yeah, it's not good to be alone all the time. I mean, we always have that moment that we need to, take time for ourselves, to, at least me, time with God.
Yes.
It's very important for me to
Absolutely.
take that time out of the stressful days that sometimes come ahead and during the week. But I try to always have that time for me, just so I can give it all to God. That's my way of handling when I'm overwhelmed, if you can say.
Right.
Because being a single mom, at least for me, could get a little overwhelming, wanting to do everything at the same time, wanting to do everything, and I can't. I'm human. I'm only one. I only God can do everything.
Yes.
But with God, all things are possible. So
yes.
With that being said, like I said earlier, it's way less stressful when I know that God is in control and that He just tells me, Jadi, you know what? Take some time off. You really need it.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that. So it's
Yes,
necessary too.
Yeah.
We don't want to be cranky, so
Yeah, you don't want to be cranky.
I can get cranky, and I don't like that.
Right.
So when I know that I'm getting cranky enough, that's when I'm like, you know what, Jadi, it's time for you to get some rest.
Yes, it's time to sleep it off.
It's time to sleep a little bit, or take a walk, or just. I enjoy worship music, so that when I get my time to worship and be alone with God, is my time to pour it all out, and then I feel so much better afterwards. I feel like God literally poured His gas in me, and I just filled up again.
Yes, I love that. Absolutely. And then my other question is, why do you think so many moms struggle to ask for help? Have you ever struggled to ask for help?
Yes, a capital YES. But that was in the beginning. Being a first-time mom is hard because you don't know nothing. You want to do everything perfectly. You don't want to mess up, and you forget that we're humans. We are gonna mess up, and not everything's gonna come out the way we want to.
Right.
And I struggled so much in the beginning to ask for help because I thought that asking for help was going to make me feel like I was doing nothing. Like, why are you asking for help? You can do this.
Right.
And sometimes, no, I can't not do everything.
Yeah.
So I got to the point once that I said, you know what? If I'm gonna ask for help, it's not gonna be for me because I can handle things the best way possible. I'm an adult. But when it comes to my son, when it comes to his, his well-being and whatever he needs, I've had to let my pride and that way of thinking that, oh, if you're gonna ask for something and you're gonna feel embarrassed. No, God has worked in me in such a way that I've had to ask for help, and I felt so much relieved. Because God can provide. God can do in the snap of His fingers and get what you need. But sometimes He uses people to bless you. And I've always learned, well, as I've learned afterwards, that you cannot deny a blessing from God. And I call them blessings from God because that's what I see them as.
Yes.
Because when you most need it, when you most need the help, when you most need that helping hand, that you really need it, God sends someone.
Yes.
Always. And that's the testimony that I'm always going to say, because I have never been in a situation where I needed something and I say, Lord, I leave it in your hands. And an example, when I needed groceries. In some point of my life, I've needed groceries, and I say this, without being embarrassed, because, it's part of life sometimes.
Yes.
Me being a single mom and having everything on top of me to pay everything on my own, God has been my provider 100%.
Yes.
Whether it be financially, whether it be with food, whether it be for clothing, whether it be for people, every single time God has come through. But I've had to, in some occasions, ask for that help.
Yes.
Because the Bible says, ask and you shall receive. Right. So I've had to ask. Times where I didn't want to.
Right.
But it was God telling me, Jari, ask. Because how you want to see my provision, I can do everything, but I also use people to bless you. Exactly. For a purpose.
Exactly.
And I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah.
And God takes over. He knows who needs what, and He provides always at the perfect time.
Yes, He always does provide. And I have a lot of testimonies. Maybe one day we'll do Testimony Tuesdays. Right?
Come in.
Yes, because I've had a lot of those experiences too, where I'm like, you know what, God? Hey, I don't know what you're gonna do, but
I know it's gonna be good.
Yeah. And you know what? He has showed up and showed off. I always say that.
Yes.
I love when God shows off, And then the next question is, was there a moment when you realized you could keep carrying everything alone? That you couldn't keep carrying everything alone?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Capital yeses. Capital Y-E-S.
Well, I think you actually talked a little bit about that anyway, too. That, you've had to learn to ask for help.
Yes, definitely. But it wasn't until a lot of years later that I had to hit rock bottom and actually, realize that I cannot do everything on my own, even if I wanted to. It's just impossible.
It is.
So I surrendered that to God, and thank God He obviously changed my way of thinking.
Right.
And learned to accept the blessings that come. And learn that it's okay to ask for help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. I always try my best to provide what I can with what I have, and make the best out of it.
Right.
But there have been some moments where I have to say, you know what, God, I can't. So it's on you.
Yeah.
And God has always showed up and show out, like you say.
Yeah.
But it has been hard. It hasn't been easy. God has been, He has had to break me in a way for me to realize that it's okay to ask for help. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that,
God blesses a cheerful giver.
Yes, God blesses a cheerful giver.
That's another tongue twister.
Yes, that's another tongue twister. A cheerful giver.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you ever felt guilty when someone helped you?
In the beginning. When
it's a little uncomfortable.
Yes,
right?
Yeah, it is. But like I said, you learn how to understand that everything comes from above. Everything is a blessing. Whatever you get is a blessing. It may come, for example, maybe Victoria blessed me with some groceries. Let's put that as an example.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it was God that put that in Victoria's heart to bless me.
Yes.
So God always gets the glory for everything that happens with us.
Yes.
But He also knows who to pick to bless who. So it's very important to always remember that. We're not here to bless every single body.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We weren't called for that.
Right, that's true.
We have to be obedient. There's some people that we are going to bless,
Yeah.
and some people that are going to ask us for help, and then we're not the ones who need to help them.
Yes.
And we have to learn how to
discern that.
Yes, yes, because that has happened to me too.
Very true.
I always love blessing everybody with whatever I can.
Me too.
And sometimes God tells me, Jadi, I did not tell you to bless that person. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So it's a process. But now, with that process, with everything that has happened, moving forward, I've learned to you be grateful for the blessings I get.
Yes.
When I most need it, and I know that God provides in ways that sometimes I don't even know how He does it, but only He knows. I say, "Oh my God, God, thank you so much," because I would have never thought of that, And at first I felt a little guilty. I'm not gonna lie, but then I just, that mentality changed to a grateful mind.
Yes.
Being grateful always for whatever I get. It doesn't matter the amount. It doesn't matter how big, how small. I've learned how to be grateful, and I think that's how God has been continuing to bless me, no matter what. Because when you learn how to be grateful, that's when God keeps blessing you, because He knows your heart. He knows
exactly
how much you want things. Sometimes you want things that are not going to be good for you. So God, He, instead of giving you what you want that's not going to be good for you, He gives you something better.
Yeah.
That's going to actually bless you. Yeah. So.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. The next question I have. What's something you wish people understood about moms who seem to have it all together? What's something you wish people understood about moms who seem like they have it all together? Who seem like they have it all together? Because we can put up a good front.
First of all, we don't. Let's keep it real. We don't have everything together.
No, we just...
Even though we try, and I can say this from my experience. I have a child. I have one child. He's 13, and he's in this age where everything's just not funny to him anymore. And I always think that I can come up with my jokes, silly jokes, and I'm gonna make him laugh. And then he's like, "Mom, really?" And I'm like, "But it's funny. Why aren't you laughing?" So it could be funny for me. So it's just stuff like that. It can be anything really. Sometimes we wanna have everything in such order when we really can't have that in order with so much things that are going on. Yeah. So what do I need to say with those people that just have a little bit of grace?
Just have some grace. And the thing is too is that not everything is what it seems.
Exactly.
Not everything is what it seems. So we wake up, we put makeup. If you like makeup, or you do your hair. Every woman is different. There's always something that we do to cover what we feel. Okay. Mm-hmm. So if there was something that I wish people would understand about moms who seem like they got it all together, I would say those are the ones you need to pay attention to the most, because they're probably hiding more than what they're portraying. Definitely. There was this quote that I saw on social media that was going around that said something about check in on your friends that smile the most and that laugh the most. Yeah, because you never know. There's no way, that everybody's always happy and jolly and joyful. So every now and then, check in on the people that laugh the most. Every now and then, check on the people that look more polished than most. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times, that's them hiding, It's I go through it at times. When I'm having my worst day, I get up, I put makeup, I do my hair. I think that's the day I put the most makeup on. With my red lipstick, and I keep it moving. Yes. But, that's what I would say. I would say to those people that think, wow, she got it all together. She doesn't need help. There's nothing wrong with asking. And I've also learned that if God is putting something in your heart to do something kind to somebody, do it. It's God. There's no way. The enemy is not going to tell you to do something good for somebody. Anybody. So if you're feeling it in your heart, even if it's somebody that you say, but that person got it all together, that person has it all, why? Don't doubt. Don't. There was a season, honestly, Johnny, there was a season where I felt in my heart, not because I have it all together, not because I have a lot of money, because I don't, but there was a season where the Lord was telling me and putting in my heart to give $50 to somebody once a month. Once a month, God was going to tell me who I'm needed to give $50 to. Wow. Whether it's a coworker, whether it's somebody at church, whether it's a homeless person, it doesn't matter what. Every month, I had to be connected to God enough to know, okay, God, who is the person that's going to need this $50 next? Wow. Not because I had it, not because, wow, I have, but because God told me to do something, I was faithful, I was obedient, I trusted the process, and I trusted him. And there were so many testimonies that I got from doing that. I mean, it was just a season, and now I can say that it was God testing me. Or okay, maybe not testing me, right? I think the Bible talks about God doesn't test people, so maybe let me rephrase that. But he was just seeing if I would obey.
Exactly.
Because God is like, I want to bless you, but let me see if you are willing to bless other people. You know what I mean? And I have to say that giving was, it was such a blessing in my life. Till this day, I'm seeing the results. They say you reap what you sow, right? I definitely see that. So, if you think that somebody got it all together, think again, get discernment, trust your instincts, because not all the time we have it all together. I don't know if you wanted to add to that.
Yeah, definitely we don't. So we may look the happiest, we may look the prettiest, we may look the whatever it may be. We all go through things. We all go through things. Sometimes some know how to hide it better than others.
Yeah.
But we definitely go through seasons, and it's part of life.
Yes.
We have to learn how to deal with those seasons.
Right.
And learn how to trust God in every season, because out of everything that happens, God has a purpose, and whatever happens, God is gonna take whatever the enemy wants to bring, like whatever the enemy wants to take advantage of in that season to bring
evil
you down or
evil.
evil.
Exactly.
God is gonna do it.
He's gonna make it for good.
Yeah, he's gonna get his glory.
Yeah.
Amen.
For sure. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys can relate to this video, if you guys can relate to either one of us, or you have your own story, let us know. We want to hear about it. Write something in the comments. If this touched you, if it spoke to you, let us know. And we'll be doing this Taco Tuesday topics for as long as we can. We'll see you next time. Bye. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching till the very end. Now Jody and I are going to do a little challenge, a tongue twister. Alright, we're going to try to say Taco Tuesday topics really, really fast without messing up, okay? And then we got to say it until we mess up. Got it?
I'm ready.
Ready? Okay.
You go first.
Okay. Taco Tuesday topic. 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 Whatever.
It was good.
All right.
Let's see if I can.
Go ahead.
Wait, what?
Taco Tuesday topic.
Okay. Taco Tuesday topic. 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 Taco. You won.
I won, I guess. Well, you know what? Granted, I've been trying to practice all day, so But thank you guys so much for coming in and joining us. We're gonna enjoy our tacos. Happy Taco Tuesday topics.
Happy Taco Tuesday topics again.
Yes. Now let's bye. Bye, guys. We're gonna enjoy our tacos. Mmm.